Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. In today's video, I am really excited because I actually was not expecting this to come in the mail today at all, and I got the new Tati Beauty palette in the mail. So what I'm going to be doing today is doing live eye swatches of the palette, of the entire palette, on my eyes. And if the video doesn't end up being too long, then I will also do a tutorial with the palette and review. But let's just see how long swatching is going to take. If it takes too long, then I'm gonna break the video up into two parts. So today will be the live eye swatches, and then I'll do like maybe 2 looks with the palette in another video, like maybe tomorrow. So if you guys want to see the eye swatches, possibly a tutorial and my review, then just keep on watching. Okay, so before we get started, I will just let you guys know that the palette does retail for $48. I did end up paying an extra like almost $12 for expedited shipping, which still took like 4 days. So honestly, I don't know if the expedited shipping is worth it, but it took about 4 days. And the palette itself does come like in a little insert like this one, and so on the back of the palette the ingredients are not there, but the little like sleeve that it comes in does have the ingredients. So I'm not like an expert with ingredients or anything. The only thing that stands out to me is under the glitters, it does say that the glitters are not intended for use for the immediate eye area, which is a little weird to me because like I know that they do have glitters that are safe for the eye area, that are like finely milled. So I'm a little bit curious as to why she went with glitters that were not deemed safe for the eye area, but I'm still gonna use it on my eyes. Anyway, what I will try to do is take a picture of the ingredients and put it up on the screen so that you guys can dissect the ingredients and take a look at the ingredients and see if there's anything that you may be allergic to, because honestly I am not an expert. But anyway, let me go take this eye makeup off and zoom you in so we can get started on the eye swatches. So as you guys can see, she actually ended up putting the texture of each of the formulas like right on the side right here, and then instead of naming each eyeshadow, she ended up naming each column. So instead of swatching the palette like I normally would swatch, which is across, I'm gonna swatch it by the columns because that's how she has the palette organized. So I'm gonna go up and down basically instead of going across like I usually do, and instead of starting from the top, I'm gonna start from the bottom. And I'm also really curious to see how the last 2 in each column swatch, because as you guys can see they're pretty much the same color. So but they're different textures, so I'm really curious to see how that's gonna look and translate on the eyes. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and get started with the memory column, which is the dark one right here. Okay, this black is the prettiest, smoothest black eyeshadow that I have ever seen. It honestly feels like such a much better swatch than when I was swatching the black from the Norvina palette. This feels extremely smooth, very opaque, and just like super buttery, and just I don't know, I love the way it went on my eyes. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and move on. We're gonna do the next one, which is the sequin texture. The eyeshadows feel so smooth, they're so opaque, they just feel like very luxurious, like very creamy, very buttery. You can 100% see the micro glitter in there, which just looks so beautiful. I didn't think I was gonna like it, but I do love this one. It just looks very sophisticated, but with like a hint of glitter, you know. It's gorgeous. But anyway, let's move on. Okay, so also like usual, I never noticed, but there is, as you guys can see, a lot of fallout with this eyeshadow. I don't know, I'm gonna have to go look at this. I couldn't even clean it off. That is a lot of fallout. The matte side, I really didn't have too much fallout, but the sequin texture, holy crap, that's a lot of fallout. So let me clean this up because it's not even coming off with the brush, and I will be right back so we can continue to swatch. Moving on to the metallic texture, let's see what it looks like. This is on a dry brush. Gorgeous. And this is on a dry freaking brush. I don't even think this needs Fix Plus. I might put a little bit of Fix Plus just to see if it makes a difference with this particular like texture and formula, but I swear, like, this is gorgeous. So I'm so impressed, like so impressed. And honestly, I actually was like debating buying this palette, but now that I'm swatching, I'm only on the third color, and I'm so glad that I actually bought this palette. So I'm gonna take a little bit of Fix Plus. Okay, so here it is with a little bit of Fix Plus, and I feel like it didn't make that much of a difference. Maybe it gave it like a little bit more shine, but it looked beautiful before also. So I really don't think you need Fix Plus with the metallic texture like at all. But anyway, let's move on to the glitter. And remember, it does say that the glitter is not safe for the eye area, but YOLO. So already I'm impressed because I'm only dipping my brush in just a little tiny bit, and look at all of this glitter already on my eye. I'm so in love with this palette. Like, hello, look at this. What? Like, hello. I mean, beautiful colors, beautiful textures. Now that I've tried all 4 of the textures, I love them all. So beautiful, just luxurious. Like, it literally feels like you have like this like luxurious luxury palette in your hands. The colors, like, that's just how they feel and how they look. Like, it's just beautiful. Anyway, so that is the first column. We're gonna move on to the second column, which is Ritual, right here. And I'm gonna have glitter on my eyes left over from like the shimmery and the glitters, so we'll just ignore that because we know that this is matte. This brown is such a gorgeous, just beautiful brown. I love the tone of this brown so much, and again, swatching beautifully. So let's move on to the sequin formula. Okay, so here is the sequin formula. You can definitely tell the difference more with the black because the glitter stands out more against the black. I can still see the glitter from the sequin formula on this side, but I don't know if you guys can see it on camera or not. Anyway, this is the matte side, and then this is the sequin formula. I don't know if like they're like, you know, I don't know if they're that much different, to be honest. But maybe because this is a lighter color, it's a little bit harder to see the glitter. But anyway, you guys judge for yourselves. I'm gonna go ahead and move on to the next 2 colors. All right, we are now moving on to the metallic texture. So beautiful. Okay, I will apply a little bit of Fix Plus just so that we can see, but honestly, it looks like such a beautiful metallic shade dry. So you really do not need to wet your brush with these at all. Okay, here it is with the Fix Plus, and honestly, it does give it a little bit more of like that shine, but it's not like a huge difference. So I am happy with the way they look on a dry brush, and this color is really pretty. So let's move on to the glitter. Okay, these are the last 2 in that column, and I mean, there's really not much to say. This glitter, I mean, look at how glittery and shiny my eye is right now. Like, I can see this for NYE look, you know, like a super beautiful New Year's Eve ball drop kind of look, you know, so beautiful. Yeah, I have no words, they're just beautiful. Anyway, let's move on to the third column, which is Story. All right, we're moving on to Story, and I'm gonna start from the bottom up again. So I'm gonna start off with the matte, beautiful orange color. I love it. I love it because it's still like on the bright side, but it's also more like on the like fall orange side, you know what I mean? It's really, really pretty. So let's go ahead and do the sequin formula of the same color on the other eye, and let's see what we get. Here is the matte eyeshadow, and then over here we have the sequin texture. To me, the sequin formula slash texture just seems to be a matte shade of the same color as the matte with a little bit of like micro glitter inside of the formula. I mean, I can see the glitter in there a little bit, but I feel like throughout the day it's probably gonna fall because there's no glue to hold it together. It's just kind of like sprinkled in the formula. So I don't know how I'm feeling about the sequin texture slash formula right now, but anyway, let's go ahead and move on to the next two. Moving on to the metallic texture of that column, and I don't think I'm gonna be putting Fix Plus on these anymore because honestly it doesn't make that big of a difference. Okay, here is the metallic texture. The metallic texture like formula is my favorite other than the glitter. It's just so pretty, and it doesn't need any Fix Plus. It doesn't need anything. It just looks beautiful by itself. I will put a little bit of Fix Plus again so that you guys can see, but really I don't really think we need to do this like at all, but I'm doing it just in case you guys want to see it. But let me know down below if you guys like when I do this, because it does take a little bit of extra time. Okay, so here it is with the Fix Plus. It does definitely add a little bit of that like extra shine, but again, you don't really need to. It looks beautiful on a dry brush. Let's move on to the glitter now. Okay, and here is the glitter. Again, these two textures are, or I don't know, textures, formulas, texture slash formula, they're my favorite, the metallic and the glitter, especially the glitter, because the glitter just has such a pretty like shine to it. It's just so beautiful and I love it so much. Anyway, these are the last two colors from that column, and now we're gonna move on to the Soothe column. Now we're moving on to Soothe, and again I'm starting off with the matte. I love this color. This is like so beautiful. This color is really pretty, perfect for a transition shade. Okay, now I'm gonna move on to that sequin formula again. This time I'm gonna try to use a flat brush, and I just want to see if it makes any difference with the way that the micro glitter pops through. Okay, so here is the sequin texture, and I can definitely see some of the micro glitter like popping through. Is it like enough of a huge difference between the matte? I don't think so. You guys let me know what you think down below. So even though it's beautiful, I don't know if it's worth it to have, you know, a whole like row of shadows of sequin, especially when they're the exact same color, you know. Okay, moving on to the metallic texture. So here's the metallic texture. Gorgeous. I'm not even gonna put Fix Plus, honestly, you guys. It doesn't need it. The difference is very, very small with her formula. They're amazing, the metallic shades from this palette. So we're just gonna continue to the glitter on this column. So the one thing that I'm really loving about the glitters is that I barely have to put my brush into the pan to pick up some of the glitter. And again, beautiful. Look how blingy and just like gorgeous that glitter looks. just, yeah, it just reaffirms that my two favorite textures from the palette are the metallic and the glitter texture are beautiful. So anyway, these are the last two colors from that column. So I'm moving on to Aura. So we only have two columns left. We have Aura and then the last one right here. So I'm gonna start off with the matte like I have been. Okay, here is the matte from the Aura column, and it's a really beautiful like off-white color. I can see myself using it for the days where I'm not wearing like a lot of makeup and I just want a light wash of color over my eye. Also for the brow bone, inner corner, cut crease, for the lid, honestly for whatever transition color if you wanted to, even like to help you blend. It's a really pretty color. So anyway, let's move on to the sequin formula. I'm gonna apply it with a flat brush and see if we can see any type of difference. Hopefully you guys, I don't know if you guys like can see it because I can't see it in the monitor, but when I look in the mirror I can definitely see like the little shimmers, the little sprinkles of glitter on the eye. But yeah, it's not like a huge difference. So anyway, these are these two colors. Let's move on. All right, so now I'm moving on to the metallic from Aura. It is really pretty. It's not as like shimmery and metallic as the other ones. It's not like as, you know, in your face like the other metallic colors that we swatched today. So let's go in with a little bit of Fix Plus and see. Okay, so with the Fix Plus, I do feel like it gave it a lot more of that like shiny, shimmery, glistening eyeshadow look. It looks really pretty and I love this color so much. Yeah, very pretty. Okay, let's move on to the glitter. Okay, and then here is what the glitter looks like. Really beautiful again, gorgeous, gorgeous, like so pretty. Yeah, actually all of these, like this palette is perfect for Christmas, New Year's Eve, like perfect for the holidays because the bling in this palette is just gorgeous. Yeah, okay, let's move on. Okay, I'm super excited because we are at the last column. So we are going with Poet now. I'm gonna start off at the bottom, which is the matte color. It is a pretty color. It doesn't, like, it didn't swatch as opaque as the other ones, but it is still a pretty color. Okay, let me move on to the sequin formula. Hopefully we can tell the difference with this one. Okay, so here is the sequin texture. I feel like I can see the micro glitter in this one also, but I mean from far away, like if you guys were to see me from far away, you wouldn't be able to tell that I'm wearing two different textures on my eyes. So again, even though it is pretty and there is a slight difference, like if I move my face a certain way, you can definitely see the micro glitter in there, but it's just not like a huge difference. So I do wish that she would have gone with a different texture instead of the sequin. But anyway, these are these two colors. Let's move on. All right, so moving on to the metallic. Okay, so here is the metallic of that last column. It's not as metallic as the other ones, so let me add a little bit of Fix Plus and see if we can make it a little bit more metallic. Okay, that looks much better. Okay, so this one for some reason did need the Fix Plus. It didn't look as blingy and shimmery as the other ones, but with the Fix Plus it definitely looks beautiful. Let's move on to the glitter. This eyelashes, both of the eyelashes are coming off, but they made it like, they made it pretty far. So here is the glitter from the last column, and it is gorgeous. I love it so much. This is the metallic texture. It's also really pretty. I am a little bit disappointed that we had to put Fix Plus to make it look a little bit more metallic, but I have to say, like, from the glitters, my favorite two glitters are this one and also this one from Memory. I just love the colors that they give off when the light hits the glitter, those two in particular. But anyway, these are the last two colors. So let me take this off and then I will give you guys my final thoughts. So those were all of the eye swatches. Let me know your thoughts down below, and were you guys able to see the difference between the sequin and the matte? For me, I wish that she would have actually included like a completely different type of texture for this sequin row right here, like maybe a dual chrome or something else. To me, the sequin texture reminds me almost of the Urban Decay mattes, where they go on matte, but in the pan they have that micro glitter in it. Like, that's exactly what these look like to me. And when I put them on the eyes, they looked matte. You could see a little bit of the micro glitter in it, but like I could see that when I was tapping off my brush, when I was doing the sequin texture, that a ton of I could see like a ton of the micro glitter just falling out of the brush. So to me, honestly, that sequin texture just, I don't know, I don't think it was worth it. I wish you would have done a completely different texture or maybe completely different colors, because it's just not that noticeable. And you can tell that there's like no glue in there holding the micro glitter. It's just literally like probably the same batch of mattes, just with micro glitter thrown in that formula, and it's not sticking to anything. Like when I put it on my eyes, I can see the micro glitter falling all over my face. So that's the only negative that I have about the palette. Other than that, I think it's a great palette. The quality feels amazing. I do like that she included the big full-size mirror. I love the different textures except for that sequin one. I love the colors that she chose. I love how she named the eyeshadows, and the quality of the eyeshadows does feel amazing, and they swatched really well. They all looked really opaque, and the glitters are beautiful. I think they're my favorite. The metallics as well were really beautiful. There was two of them that I felt like definitely needed a little bit of Fix Plus, but they were still beautiful without the Fix Plus. And I love how these colors are just like so classic that you can really create like daytime looks, nighttime looks, holiday looks with the glitter in here. They're just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So yeah, I mean, those were my only negatives, but overall I do love the palette. Let me know your thoughts down below, but thank you guys so much for watching. Hope that you guys found this video helpful. If there's any questions, if I forgot anything at all, let me know in the comments down below. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video, and don't forget to subscribe before you go with the notification bell so that you don't miss videos like this one. And also don't forget to follow us all over social media, especially on Instagram, because I do post a lot of things that you guys will not get to see here on YouTube. It is at GlitterBeauties, the same way that is spelled right there. But thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you guys on the next one. Bye.